everybody. I'm Bonnie Barker with BonnieBayCrochet.com, and today is Friday Fun. We've got a lot of fun things to talk about, but first off, let me go ahead and get connected in here. I'm a little slow on this tech, as you all well know. Let me see and make sure I have my thing muted. Yay. Oh, we have a lot of people in the chat already. I'm going to try to do something. I'm going to be flying a little dangerously today. I'm going to try without my glasses. I'm using my big computer because I'm always fidgeting with those things, and I just thought it'd be fun to not fidget today. Hi Wanda, thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well out there, bringing everybody what they need and staying safe in the process. We have Linda Jones. Hey Linda and Swati. Swati, good to see you again in the chat. I hope your hands are doing better. I hope you're getting to the point where you can use them at some point. Yeah, let's see, Linda Jones. She says gonna grab a piece of pizza then until 12. Well, good for you. I wish I had some pizza, but I have to be careful on that stuff. It's my favorite food of all time, I believe. That and ice cream. And Lynn Guider, it's good to see you. Let me see, now that chat is going a little quickly here. I need to make sure I try to see some of this. We have Tammy and Liam Banner. Says hi from the Isle of Wight, if I'm saying that right, in the UK. Wow. And Kathy Breyer, I hope you are doing well too, Kathy. And Kathy Burgess, hello there. Thank you for joining us. And Jackie Harris from Southern Illinois. Let's see. And Becky, we have Becky and Esther moderating for us today. Thank you, ladies, for doing that for me, for keeping us all, safe and making this an enjoyable, experience for everybody. And let's see, Terry. And let's see, got lots of people greeting each other, which is really cool here. Doreen from Ontario, Canada. Wow. And Gail, thank you for joining us, Gail. And Kimberly from North Carolina. Hey, Kimberly, I'm just down south of you away. Wasn't that fun, all that rain we got a couple days ago? Boy, I thought I was going to have to look on Amazon to see if they had ark kits to start building a big boat here, because we got like 2.5 inches of rain in about a 6 or 7 hour period. It was a lot of rain. We had that tropical storm Bertha got us on Tuesday, and we've been getting the weather from that ever since. Maybe some of you along the eastern seaboard are experiencing that today. It's good to get all the rain though. It's pretty wet here, pretty soggy, but thankfully the flooding is minimal. Didn't get too many problems with that like we have in the past. But as I guess in 2 or 3 days we're officially going to be in hurricane season, and down in the south, everybody knows what that's all about. Hurricane season will be upon us, and I guess Bertha wasn't following the rules on that, but anyway, she wasn't a full-fledged hurricane, so I guess we're still good. Let's see, we have Jan, and see, Discovering Hope. Greetings from Rochester, New York. Greetings to you back. Hope you all are doing well in New York. I know you guys have had a hard time of it in the city there. And Jacqueline from cloudy California. Wow, isn't that a switch, Jacqueline? It's usually you guys get the sun. The sun's here. I'll see if I can send some back to you, but I don't want to send too much because I'm really enjoying the sunshine and the lack of clouds for a day or so. Let's see, we have Ithaquar, if I'm saying that right. It's good to have you in our chat. And Brat's mom, hi as always. Yes, thank you. We are doing well. Becky's back home. Her and her kitty and her husband, not necessarily in that order, but they're back in Georgia moderating for us. And Esther is actually in New Jersey somewhere. So we've got kind of the whole up and down the eastern seaboard there with our folks. And we have, was it Margita from Sweden, and Marcia from Massachusetts. Hi, Marcia. And Debbie, she says, enjoy watching. Thank you for your sweet comment there. You guys are so encouraging. Let's see, who else do we have? We have, is it Marley from South Dakota? And we have I Love Loopy Crochet and Treasures in the chat from Alabama. Wow, let me see if I can, I'm almost finished out here. If I can, oh, got a bunch coming in there now. Is it Diana from Wyoming? Carol Parker, and let's see, Judy from Georgia, south of here. Um, is it Alicia? Let's see. Yeah, well, let me go ahead. Oh, we got a lot more coming in. Let me see. Let me see if there's any questions here before I just dig into what's going on here with me. Hey, Brenda, it's my sister. You must be on your lunch hour. She's one of those heroic nurses in our field, taking care of everybody and working in a pediatric office. So the risk is not as high, I guess, as it would be in an ER for her, but still, she's there serving families in Gaithersburg. Thank you, Brenda. She was the nurse for my children for many, many years. And Dr. New, spectacular pediatrician. Wow, what a godsend he was for our family. Tell Dr. New I said, hey. Anyway, we have Georgia. And no, Georgia, you haven't missed anything yet. I'm just trying to greet everybody as I can before I get to where I can't. We have Skit Scat Kitty from St. Joseph, Missouri. And let's see, we've got people from San Antonio, Texas. Is it, come on, what did I click there? Gee whiz, you never know what you're going to click on with these electronic transistorized tormentors these days. Laurie Larson from Wisconsin. And let's see. See, Swati says, I've been using wrist braces, elbow braces, craft gloves, stress balls, and lots of stretching. Wow. I was finally able to do some crochet last week with a larger hook, taking lots of breaks too. Good for you. Yay. But do be careful. And you guys, I've got this, I'll put a little picture on the thumbnail on this video of the Aran circular rug that's going to be coming out in not this coming Monday, but Lord willing, the Monday after that. And let me tell you what happened. I, as you know, relocated from Maryland to South Carolina just for a time, just something that our family is doing now so that we can, care for those we love. And of course, you pack a lot of things. And so I'm not just packing clothes, I'm packing yarn and kind of a mini studio. I do have a mini studio set up here upstairs where I do a lot of the recording, which just stays here. But my editing computer that I'm using right now and just about everything else has to be kind of brought back in. Of course, I do have a small yarn stash here, but I needed to bring a lot more from home, which I did. And in the course of doing all that, the one thing, you have to leave one thing behind when you travel, right? And my motto behind that is, well, wherever we're going, as long as there's a Walmart, we're good. Well, in this case, I wasn't good because we're during this pandemic thing, and I have not been to this Walmart since because a lot of reasons, but trying to be safe and trying to keep my 91-year-old mother-in-law safe. So we're very strict about, even now, we're still being very strict about, contact with other people outside our family. But anyhow, I left my camera batteries or the extra battery and the charger back in Maryland. Yeah. Well, I've been meaning to add to my collection anyway. So I did get some more from B&H Photo sent to me, and they just arrived yesterday. So I could record as long as the battery life lasted, which wasn't that long. So would you believe it lasted all the way until I started the very last round of the rug? The very last round, yes. And I was like 3 stitches into it. I had like 3 more sentences to say, and then I would have been done. Done. and the thing kind of goes, battery, exchange the battery, please. And I'm like, no. But anyway, that's my drama for the week is leaving my batteries home. And but the good news is they came yesterday. I've got them all charged up, and as soon as I'm done, well, maybe later on this afternoon or tomorrow, I'll probably finish that project and then begin the editing process. And so that's why it won't be ready Monday, but maybe the Monday after that. I'm pretty sure that's my goal. So the Aran circular rug is coming in a week and a half. Okay. So, but let me show you what's coming this Monday. I've showed this to you before, but this is the beginning project, and yes, beginning cables. And this is a knitting project, and this is my first time really playing around with cables with knitting needles, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was actually easier than doing it with crochet. So that's coming this Monday. It's made out of 100% worsted weight cotton. And these are those things that you can wash and scrub pots with, and eventually the color is gonna fade out on it, but the actual cloth is gonna last as long as you don't run it through a grinder. It should be fine. Um, Anywho, let me see if I have any other thing I need to answer. So we have Brenda from Iowa. Let me see. Oh, Jan is in the chat, Jan Slocum, and we have Sherry. So yes, Sherry, I am having a very good morning, very relaxed, despite not sleeping that much, but yeah, very relaxed. Oh, Kimberly says her tomato plants are looking awesome. Well, I am going to try not to be envious of you, Kimberly. Last time I planted tomato plants, the deer came along and completely cleaned me out. And these were mature plants, and before they had many tomatoes on them, but they completely ate them down to the stalk. I mean, they ate the roots and everything. So I have not done that for a while just because of that. And see, Brad's mom. Yeah, I saw that you're from the Southwest Chicago suburbs. I have to get to Chicago sometime. Never been there before. Um, so we have Debbie from, is it Brampton, Ontario? And let's see, Kathy Breyer. Hopefully no trolls. Oh my goodness, Kathy, I was watching that. For those of you who are following the SpaceX launch, as you know, it was scrubbed on their first attempt, but they're going to try again this Saturday at 3:22 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want, you can find a live feed on YouTube. Just go to just put in SpaceX launch and you'll get the right link. But yeah, they had so many trolls and flat earthers. It was really some of it was actually kind of funny to watch, but the feed was just scrolling like in the hundreds, and I had to turn it off too because it was funny for a minute, but then it got to be just kind of inappropriate in a major way. So, but I was amazed by that too. Um, so we have Sandra, Adrienne from Toledo, Ohio. Hey, my mom and dad's home state. Carol from Northwest Arkansas. Hey, that's the home of one of my publishers, Leisure Arts, or it used to be. I think it still is, but anyway, it's in Donette. Utah is in a drought. Well, Donette, I wish we could send you some water from here. We are swimming. We have like double the number of inches of rain. I think they said that is normal for here, whatever normal is. Normal's always changing. I used to hear someone say what normal is a setting on your dryer, and that's about it. Well, anyway, yeah, we got. I wish we could send you some. Let's see, Charlene Lucas. Happy Friday, Bonnie, and all in the crochet chat. It's a beautiful day in O'Fallon, Missouri. Well, good for you, Charlene. That's great. It's always good to have a good day. Jan says her basement flooded twice in a week. Oh no, that's awful. I wonder if you have to have a sump pump or how that works. We've always had a walkout basement, so we haven't had too many issues with that. I hope that works out for you, Jan. Hope we get that worked out. And Lucy from Texas, Carol from Northwest Arkansas. I think I'm repeating myself here. And we have Cynthia from Mexico. Thank you for joining us, Cynthia. I love Mexico. I've been there twice now in my life, but hope to get there again some point. Lucy, she's okay, first time here. Well, great, Lucy. I'm glad you could join us. I wanted to show you all something else. This is not my design. This is actually one that I found on Marley Bird's channel. I just want to say hey to Marley if she gets to see this. But she has a lace knit pattern on her channel. And this is the first time that I've actually knit lace. And so I found it to be a pretty easy project to follow. I will put a little asterisk by that statement. I did have to put this in timeout every so often, every now and then again, because I'd be watching TV or talking to my family and not paying attention. And when you make mistakes in knit, it's a little more painful than making mistakes in crochet. So there are several mistakes in this, including the color band. So when I did that, I decided, well, you know what? That's going to be the center, and then I'm just going to make it all symmetrical after that. And that's what I did. Um, and the blocking set that I've talked to you all about was really, really nice. If this is something you want to do, it's a free pattern on Marley Bird's channel. If you wanted to go look at that, not right now, but in a minute, or maybe when we're done. But anyway, it was good. I didn't follow the video so much because I was just able to follow the pattern. But there is a video. It is a little bit challenging for absolute beginners, I would say. But if you know how to do knit and purl and you're pretty confident with that and you're not dropping stitches and you know, you can recognize what you're doing fairly decently, and you know, you would probably be fine trying it. At least it would be a learning experience. That's what it has been for me. Um, and that's the other thing. I know a lot of the stuff that I put out with cables, especially with crocheted cables. Like here's one that'll be coming in probably in within a month or so. Is the Celtic, what is this called? The Celtic cabled bag. This is a design in the Crochet World, the June edition of the Crochet World magazine, I think. Yeah, that's right. And I'm actually going to be on the Crochet World Magazine Facebook Live June 18th, so at noon. So that's a Thursday, and it's coming up in what, 2.5 weeks or so, 2.5, 3 weeks. But anyway, I'll be talking more about this at that time. But it's easy to make mistakes with some of these things, and I get people sometimes contacting me, which is great. But they're concerned because like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake, so maybe this is too hard for me. No, 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 no. If something is where you make mistakes, that's not a bad thing. Because if you all remember if you have ever had kids and watched the Magic School Bus, one of the favorite things that Miss Frizzle used to say that I loved was, you know, oh, it's time to get messy, make mistakes, and you know, have fun. And you know, that's the way I find a lot of these projects is, you know, yeah, they might be a little challenging at first, but you know, don't you want to learn something new? This is a project on my channel. I have it billed for easy. I wouldn't say absolute first time beginner, but I would say a beginner could do this once you get used to the stitches. If you can do single crochet, that's all you need. Single crochet, double crochet. You can learn how to do this. So if you're looking for this, you can just go to my home page. Just click on that little, you know, icon for my page, and it'll take you to the, you know, later on take you to the home page, and you could just put a little search in a little search bar. You can find anything you're looking for that I do. There's like over 500 videos, so the search bar does come in handy if you're looking for something specific. But this is just the easy ripple and bobbles baby blanket, and it's made with a DK or number 3 weight yarn, and we talked about this last week. But really nice thing for a baby, washes up really well. So anyway, I just wanted to put a plug in there just about the mistakes, and don't be afraid to try something a little bit harder, and you'd be surprised what you'll be able to do. Really, really surprised. So let me see, I got my little, having to use the computer, Becky. There you go. Because we're out of toner. Grandma's machine is a new machine, but it doesn't have toner, so I couldn't print my agenda out. So I'm kind of rocking 3 computers here: my phone, the big computer, and my little laptop. So getting too techie for my own good. Well, let me see. What else do we have? Anybody? Ooh, oh my goodness, we have is it Ithaquar from India? Wow, that, you must be staying up late to watch this. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. Let me see, anybody else that I haven't mentioned. We have Bramble Bear from Maine. Oh, I love Maine. And Alicia. She's not enjoying the rain there in Florida. You know, I grew up in South Florida, Alicia, and we used to have a little I guess a little saying that just said, if you probably have it in a lot of other places too, you know, if you don't like the weather, don't worry. You know, it'll give it a few minutes, it'll change, which is kind of the way it is. I know Florida gets a lot of rain. I remember it used to get rain almost every day. I used to carry an umbrella with me because I used to walk home from school, um, all through school, elementary, junior high, and high school. But I remember used to get caught in the rain all the time. And let's see, we have Magic Crochet with Heart. That's a cool name. Um, from Hamilton, Ontario. Golly, you got a lot of Canadians in the chat today. That's wonderful. And Sandra from Southern California. Oh, I love Southern California. And is it Nagua, if I'm saying that right, from Egypt? Wow. I think that's, you guys, you must be staying up late today. Um, and let's see, Melissa from Florida. Hey, Melissa, another Floridian in the chat. Um, and let's see, we got Terry, got some work, got some Illinois people talking with each other, which is really cool. Yeah, rain in North Carolina, says Kathleen. And we have Debbie from Alabama. And let's see, Springfield, Missouri. Wow, Jean. And let's see, we've got a lot of folks. Well, you know what? I'm just going to, let's see, what else am I going to do today? Oh, you know what? I've got a knit crate. You could call it an unboxing, but I guess it's an unbagging today. I have to confess, I was watching Stephanie with Crochet O'Clock, so I kind of have an idea what's in here, but Stephanie, I cheated. I'm sorry. I watched you open yours. I don't know if these are all going to be the same color, or what, but let me go ahead and open this. Knit Crate is a monthly yarn subscription. I have information in the video description below, links if you're interested in anything that I'm talking about. Da, da, da. And what they do is they send high quality yarn. This is not your, you know, the Walmart acrylic stuff. It's always either like a wool or alpaca, silk, something really, really nice. And the good thing about this is it's only $24.99 a month. And it's one of those things that if you don't like it, you can cancel it right away. It's not like you're strapped into it for a year or anything like that. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, a year and a half. And so far, I have not been disappointed with anything in here. It's always been very nice. I've made several designs on my page here, on my channel, using their yarn. And I actually just got to design for them once. And this was after I was asked to just try it out. And I was really happy with it. So that's just something if you wanted to try that. If you've never done this before and you're a first-time subscriber to Knit Crate, you can use the code Bonnie20, and that'll give you 20% off your first box or bag or whatever. I know one reason that they were sending out the bags has to do with COVID-19. They are working with only 10 people allowed in their place where they distribute, the distribution center. They can only have 10 people in there at a time. So those of you who may be subscribers and haven't gotten them yet, they're on the way. It's just like everything else with this, you know, this season that we're in. It's just, we just have to grow in our patience and understanding with each other. All right, so let's see what we have. Okay, we have a zip tie. That's different. And we have 2 hanks, and this is going to get very interesting. Okay, there's a little note in here from them. This is called Blank Canvas because this is going to be an experiment. This is one that Becky would really enjoy. Here's another zip tag because, and we have Kool-Aid. Okay, the Kool-Aid's not for drinking. This is actually a dyeing project where we can, if you want to, you can experiment with dyeing the yarn. And let me see if I can find out what kind of yarn we actually have. It's a dye-along adventure. Oh, it's going to be an adventure, all right. Um, so this includes some bare yarn along with enough Kool-Aid to dye it. Rebecca Brown of ChemKnits Creations shot a new tutorial video for us to show you how to turn your bare yarn and Kool-Aid into a gorgeous new skein. There's a there's a link here, and some information if you wanted to get interested or give this a try. The yarn is 100% superwash merino wool. It's a fingering weight, and each of these has 415 yards. So that's a total of 830 yards, which is a lot. Whenever you buy, yarn in a store, just one of these, you can pay anywhere from, I'm not kidding, $25 and up each, just for one of these. So you're getting two of these, and it's an experiment here. I'm going to do this. I used to tie dye shirts as a kid, and I've got these things here. I have no idea what I'm doing because I've never done this before. I promised myself I was not going to become an indie dyer because I just have too much fun crocheting and designing the designs. I don't, and plus I see so much beautiful yarn out there on the market. There's no way I could compete with that. But anyway, and let's see, what else is this? Something else that came here. Oh wow, look at this. I love these things. This is a little thing I can put in your knit or crochet bag. Has some stick it notes and these little set. Oh, these are really cool. These last me a long time. These are really good when I'm looking through my crochet books, and I look at a lot of crochet books and knit books for inspiration. And you know how sometimes you look through a magazine or something and you forget, you see one thing that you want to go back for. These are great. Just stick a little stick it note on there. These little skinny ones, and that way when you pick up that magazine or that book again, you know exactly what you wanted to look at. You don't have to spend 10 minutes flipping through. So that's great. So anyway, Knit Crate. This is the May 2020 blank canvas box. So that is pretty cool. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put this over here so I can move it to the done pile. Now I'm sure I missed at least 100 questions here. Let's see, who do we have? I'm just looking for questions, Becky. If there's any questions people have, text me, let me know. I saw someone there. I saw a comment. Sorry guys, I'm really slow. Yeah, Stevie L from Vancouver, Canada. Vicky from Oregon. Carol Parker. Let's see. Kathy Breyer. Okay. Say Stevie says, still working on the Listoon Varna cape, starting on the fringe. Thanks for your help. That's wonderful. I'm hoping you're really enjoying that one. That's one of my favorite designs, named after one of my favorite places I've ever been to, Listoon Varna it's off the coast of Ireland, not too far from the Aran Isles, which is a very, very special place for me. Let's see. I must have missed a comment somewhere. It says, thank you, Kathy, saying, thank you for your service, frontline workers and their families. Yes, thank you, Kathy. Thank you for putting that in there. I hope I didn't miss somebody that's on the front lines, but thank you, all of you who are. I know many of you don't comment in because you're just too busy, and I appreciate that. But thank you for all that you're doing. I always think of Wanda driving her truck around, helping us out, and the people who work in the grocery stores and people, just working at Chick-fil-A, places like that. My son is in Noonan, Georgia. He's one of the Chick-fil-A workers, and whether you love them or not is irrelevant. I mean, they are serving people and doing a good job. And it's hard. He comes home, he has to wear a mask, out there interacting with the public, and he comes home with a sunburn in the shape of his mask. So he's now having to kind of wear a drape along his back, kind of like they do in the, in the Middle East, so that he doesn't get all, all burned from working outside, delivering meals to people, and taking orders out there. It's busy too. They are hopping. So yeah, lots of people really serving us. People here in Conway, one place we love to get food every so often, especially when my family's in town visiting, is Pizza Inn, and we've gone by there a number of times just to have something different from what I'm cooking. Just it's been great to go there, and they've been very professional and very good about everything. Oh, so we have, is it Lila? I'm saying that right. Lila from Northamptonshire, England. Wow, welcome. You have a beautiful country, by the way. I was so privileged to be able to go there last fall with my husband. We went to London and places outside and around. It was pretty amazing. You guys get a lot of rain too. um, let's see, Jan. Is it okay? Now my contacts are getting blurry. Okay, Jan. Just having a conversation there. Hello from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Yes. Let's see. I wonder how far that is from Conway. Um, let's see. I'm really way behind, guys. I may just have to scroll on through because I need to talk about something else with you guys. Maybe some of you are familiar with this Aaron Afghans to Crochet. The leaflet is actually no longer in print, and this is one of the few copies that are left. And unfortunately, it's the only copy that I have with me. So I need to hold on to this because in case people have questions, I like to give them crochet support every so often. And however, I have some good news. Back when I had my online, I'm sorry, I'm losing vocabulary again. When I had my online store in a different location, I used to sell what I called the Aaron Afghans matching pillow sets. Well, I finally got around to revamping that a bit. It still has the same four designs in it, but it is now available. There are pillows that match these designs, and let me see. This is actually still available from leisurearts.com as well as amazon.com as a PDF download only. This was actually my very first publication ever, and this is kind of what put me into the crochet world very slowly. It was a very slow start. I was still homeschooling 5 children at the time, so I didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of this, and social media didn't even exist. This was like 10, 11 years ago, 2009. But these are some of my very first original published designs. I just want to share that to you. Okay. I really wish these leaflets were still available, but they're not. I'm actually going to talk to Leisure Arts and see if they'll consider a 10-year anniversary, revamp of this. But the matching pillows are available in my Lovecraft store. I don't have the link down there, but if you just go to the Lovecraft store, you'll see them. And it is a collection of 4 patterns. So when you see that, it's not your usual $1.99. It's actually $5.99 on that. But it is a 25-page document, and it includes 4 pillow patterns, as well as a stitch dictionary that has step-by-step of how to do all the stitches that are in these particular designs. And I don't have complete video tutorials, but what I do have is a video link to the stitch so that you can look it up and see how to make that particular stitch, if that makes sense. Because I know a lot of you are really smart. Most of you are really smart because you're crocheters, right? But anyway, yeah, I'm pandering to my pals here. But most of you don't need, a step-by-step, stitch-by-stitch. Sometimes we do need that. I need that a little bit with maybe some knitting issues, but once you understand the stitch, you can just do whatever. But that way, if you've never done these stitches, you can just look at how the stitch is crocheted, and you just crochet that across the row through the pattern. So anyway, that's pretty much my agenda. So let me see if there's anybody else, if anybody has any questions. I think I am very close to I do have something I'd like to read to you all in just a minute. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll on down here. I know there are a lot of comments I'm going to be missing here. And just thank you guys for coming, for chiming in. Oh my goodness, there's a comment I can't even read because it's in a language that I don't know. That's amazing. I will look that up later with Google Translate. And by the way, if you all ever see me post things in like Arabic, German, French, Spanish on my site, which I do occasionally, I'm just doing that through the translation of Google Translate. So hopefully I am blessing people and not insulting anybody. And there's no way that they can even hear me say that because if they don't speak English, then oh well. But I do try to use that where I can because I think it's great to be able to, kind of be in touch with so many people from all over the world. That kind of blows my mind when I think about it. I don't see Bobby in the chat today. I hope he's doing well. He may be just been very busy. I know Bobby's talked a little bit about writing a book. I'm not sure how he's doing with that. I think he's done with the first draft. So, I'll keep you all posted when I hear how that's going for him. Bobby, if you're watching the rebroadcast, a friend, we're thinking about you, praying for you, and hope you're doing well. Okay, so yeah, Jan's okay. I'm looking at these older comments here. So yes, 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 come to Chicago. I would love to, Jan. I would love to go there. I just like going to different places. I like to go to places where I've been and enjoy, but there's so many places that I am looking forward to going to. Speaking of travel, as you know, a lot of my travel was changed for the year because of all that's going on. And but the Yarn Fest, which was rescheduled for August, has been canceled for 2020, but it has been rescheduled for June. I don't have the exact dates. It's way far out to even talk about that. That's over a year out now. But it's going to be in Colorado sometime in June of next year, I think. So I'm really hoping to be there, hoping to, teach there again if I can. So just to let you know, things are changing, and looking forward. It's going to be in two times in Colorado, I think, and the CGOA is going to be in Colorado next year too. So, hey, it's going to be the year to head west, my friend. Let's see who else we got here. We have Creations by Jax. I haven't seen you all in a while. Good morning. It's just a new baby blanket. It's beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a lot of fun to do. I could just hold on. No, I can't. I'm trying to see if I can do this without the long reach, but I can't. Looks like Becky might have a neighbor. Sandra, y'all should get together, find out where you are. How far are you from Noonan? And Virginia says, I haven't knitted in years, looking forward to trying. What size needle? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think a 7 or 8. Oh, sorry, Becky. Let's see. Let's see. We have Teresa from South Africa. She says it's very cold there. Yeah, I guess you guys are in the southern hemisphere, so they're starting to get into their cold weather. It's just kind of wild how the seasons are flipped and everything. Although I really enjoyed that on a trip to Australia because it was freezing and snowing in Maryland. And when I was able to visit Australia with my husband on a business trip of his, it was wonderful because we had that Christmas trees and everything up. It was in late October, early November, and the weather was perfect. They were going into summer, and we were headed into winter. Already had ice storms. So anyway, let's see. La-di-da. I am really so far behind. Sorry, guys. Yes, Terry. She's like the the bonbon blanket. It's right here. The bonbon blanket is still up. It's going to be up in my store for quite a while. I think the yarn is in. I'm not totally sure. I should have checked on that before the broadcast, but the patterns and everything are up and doing pretty well. Hope you guys are enjoying that. I would love to see some of your pictures if you are working on that. Please consider posting them. If you look in the video chat, there is a link to it says the Colorful Cables Throw. If you go to that link on the Facebook page, that's where I'd also love to see you, if you can, post the bonbon blanket photos. I would love to see how you all are doing with this, and anyone that's doing it with like the acrylic, like a worsted weight acrylic, that's not the recommended yarn, but I would love to see how that's going if you're using that yarn. I would love to see if that's working out for you, and if you have any pictures, please post. I would really like to see that. I started working with Good Loops yarn today, no, a couple days ago. I'm working on a baby blanket, as you well know, and I'm using the Fusion, which is a DK weight, but it's a blend of the cotton and bamboo, and it's really nice yarn. I'm really enjoying it. I can't really say that I like it better or worse, but it's really nice yarn, and I'm just hoping that the plan that I have in motion works. So a lot of times as a designer, you can start out doing something and then it just doesn't work out, and then you get to do the rip it thing. So I'm in the process of working on that now, so I'm hoping that it works. So, anywho, let's see. I'm just gonna check. Terry says she's looking for some type of blanket for a baby. Booyah! All right. And thank you for Mercedes for your sweet comment there. Yeah, and if you all are looking for any of these designs that I'm talking about, if you just click on the name Bonnie Bay Crochet right there on the bottom of the little screen, and that'll take you to my home page, I think, and you can find lots and lots of stuff. I'll keep you busy. We'll get you through this pandemic, I promise. As long as you can keep yarn going, we got the patterns for you. And as you know, there's probably like millions more on YouTube in general, lots and lots of stuff. Um, oh, thank you, Tammy. She says, thank you for your comment. She says it's pouring rain here. Is it Picton, Ontario, before the terrible cold front comes in? Prayers for our gardens, fruit tree blossoms. Oh, yeah. I hope they're nice to you. I hope that doesn't go poorly. Okay, great question. Adrian asked, okay, are there patterns are the patterns included in Knit Crate box? I believe there are, but you have to go online. I didn't have a booklet this time, and a lot of that has to do, guess what, to that pesky virus. And they didn't think they'd be able to get it to print and back in time because that takes a whole nother crew to print the booklet. But the information is still available. You just have to go online to get it. Thank you for saying that. I completely left that out. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, let's see. We have Cheryl from, is it Elmira, New York? Wow. Thanks for joining us today. And I am missing a lot of comments here, guys. I'm sorry. I will go through and double check this. Yeah, Becky's just commented. She has an interview too at Chick-fil-A on Monday. Prayers appreciated. Yeah, our kids are having to just do whatever they can because the industries where my daughter and son-in-law have been part-time here and there employed are kind of like shut down for the season. They are shut down until probably even next year. So they need jobs. They're both going to be, scampering out there to try to find something. So please, yeah, a lot of people in their position, especially in their industry, and they have a lot of friends too that, work in film down there and outside of Atlanta, and they're all looking for work, and it doesn't matter what it is, just they have this habit of wanting to eat 3 times a day. So they're working on that, and yeah, it's kind of tough, but God's going to provide. He's going to provide well, and we're all going to be stronger for it. when we get through this, we're gonna, I think, really be more thankful for things that we've taken for granted. I know I am. I am so thankful for my date nights with my husband and being able to go out and get a burger and fries or whatever it is. Haven't done it, of course, since what, February? Um, but really, really looking forward to just getting out more. And we're going to get there. Um, right now, things are different, but by God's grace, we are going to get through this. And like I said, we're going to be stronger. We're going to be so much stronger. And going to be a more grateful people. That's my hope too. Is I'm going to get going into a little more into preach mode here. Warning, warning. Um, it is, yeah, it is getting late. So um, I did want to read something I read today. I don't know, maybe some of you, if you have this book at home, Morning and Evening by Spurgeon, by C.H. Spurgeon. It's available everywhere. If you want to get a copy of this, I recommend it. This is just a kind of a staple in my reading collection, and every so often pull it out. And it has daily readings so that you can read like a reading in the morning and then a reading in the evening, and they're very short, to the point. But I read this morning, so if you read this book regularly, you've probably already read this. But I was thinking about, having been down in the South and listening to a lot of news. My mother-in-law likes to listen to news, and like a lot of people do. And I'm not used to taking in quite as much, so oftentimes will retreat to do some other work, so I'm not listening to it as much. But I have taken in more lately, and I've noticed a pattern. And um, I know this is way off topic, so I apologize for those of you who just wanted fiber talk. I mean, I love talking about fiber, but this is important too. Um, I've noticed that you have a choice when you hear something. You have a choice to either go down or you can go up with your thoughts, where you want to meditate. And it just seems like a lot of times in the news, what sells and what keeps the people watching is the bad, and finding out something bad about anybody, anything, and just exploiting it. And of course, you can't, I understand, I'm not suggesting that we sugarcoat evil. I'm not saying that at all. Don't get me wrong there. But I wanted to read this because sometimes in our thoughts, and I've struggled with this lately, can get down. I'm away from my family. I'm away from my husband right now. And circumstances being what they are, it'd be real easy to just go down, 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 down. And that's why I like to bring a little bit of an inspirational message to you, because we can't always go up, 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 up in and of ourselves. We need help. And so I'm hoping this blesses you. I'm just going to go ahead and read it. And it's based on the verse out of Lamentations 3:21, and which says, "This I recall to my mind, therefore I have hope." And these are Spurgeon's thoughts. Memory is frequently the bond slave of despondency or depression. Despairing minds call to remembrance every dark foreboding in the past and dilate upon every gloomy feature in the present. Thus, memory, clothed in sackcloth, presents to the mind a cup of mingled gall and wormwood. There is, however, no necessity for this. Wisdom can readily transform memory into an angel of comfort. That same recollection, which in its left hand brings so many gloomy omens, may be trained to bear in its right a wealth of hopeful signs. She need not wear a crown of iron. She may encircle her brow with a fillet of gold, all spangled with stars. Thus it was in Jeremiah's experience. In the previous verse, memory had brought him to deep humiliation of soul. My soul, this is a quote from Jeremiah, my soul hath them still in remembrance and is humbled in me. And now this same memory restored him to life and comfort. He says, This I recall to my mind, therefore I have hope. Like a two-edged sword, his memory first killed his pride with one edge, and then slew his despair with the other. As a general principle, if we would exercise our memories more wisely, kind of like the way we exercise our bodies are supposed to, we might, in our very darkest distress, strike a match which would instantaneously kindle the lamp of comfort. There's no need for God to create a new thing upon the earth in order to restore believers to joy. If they would prayerfully rake the ashes of the past, they would find light for the present. And if they would turn to the book of truth and the throne of grace, their candle would soon shine as aforetime. Be it ours to remember the loving kindness of the Lord and to rehearse his deeds of grace. Let us open the volume of recollection, which is so richly illuminated with memorials of mercy, and we shall soon be happy. Thus memory may be, as Coleridge calls it, the bosom spring of joy. And when the divine comforter bends it to his service, it may be chief among earthly comforters. Well, I hope that blessed you. I read that this morning. It was kind of, in a sense, corrective towards me too, because I can easily, having more of a creative mind, can easily go down, and be more on the emotional side and focus on the negative, and that's what I really have to fight, but it's a good fight to fight. And I was just really encouraged by Spurgeon's words, just really focusing on the good and just really meditating on the good and not be taken down, by all the negative. I mean, as long as we're in this world, it's, everything is not going to be perfect, and we're going to have to deal with things. But anyway, I don't want to add to that because I really shouldn't. I can't really improve upon that. But anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that encourages you. There's a lot of negativity out there, and I think it just needs to be countered a little bit, and especially in social media. So, well, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to read through all the comments, and oh yeah, Becky's asking me name of the book. Okay, again, let me go ahead and show you the title page in case you can't see this. They have many different editions. If you go to Amazon, I'm sure you'll find at least half a dozen different editions. This is called Morning and Evening. Okay, and it's a great book. Just kind of like a spiritual snack to get the day going, or to help, just help with the thoughts. But anyway, I wish you all the very best, and I kind of hate to go, but it's getting close to 1 o'clock. I'm actually expecting a delivery today. Mrs. Barker is going to be getting a new chair, which we're excited about. But take care and have a wonderful week, and Lord willing, I will see you next Friday. God bless. Bye-bye.